My tears are drying in my eyes, making my world blurry. I wipe my tears away and walk towards the casket to drop my red rose, 6 feet under. I watch as my rose slowly falls, landing on top of the brown coffin. It joins in with the rest of the flowers, but my eyes never leave my rose. I imagine her holding my rose and smiling down at me. This thought brings a smile to my face, the first of the day. The daydream is over and they start to cover her with dirt. The sight of this looks like she was never alive and that the funeral never existed. Seeing this, I start to cry again. After a while, people start to leave the burial site, but I watch as my mother stood there alone crying. I walk up to her and hug her as she wept on my shoulder. We stood there for what seemed like forever. I could see the pain in her eyes. The hardest thing to do as a mother is having to bury your child. Unfortunately, my mom had to be one of those mothers. To me, my mom has always been a strong yet stubborn woman that stuck to her words. But seeing her cry, she looked weak and lost. That day was October 10th, 2005, and it was my older sister's funeral. When she left, she took everything, leaving me to mourn over her absence. After that happened, I promised myself I would forget it ever happened. That was a promise I never kept. I still cry myself to sleep most nights. But there are memories I'll cherish forever because they remind me of who my sister was. I believe in moving forward, because if I didn't, I'd be exactly where I was on the day of the funeral. For most people, moving forward may be as easy as falling down and getting back up. For others, moving forward seems almost impossible. When people would suggest to me to move forward, I'd wonder what they really meant and how to move forward. I once asked my mother if she missed my sister, and she answered, "I can only think of ways I could have prevented her death, but that won't bring her back. I'm just glad I had the time with her." When she said this, it answered all my questions. I stopped mourning over her death and started to celebrate the special memories. Now, after years of recovery, I'm able to look back at the past without regret. I can say her name 100 times if I wanted to and not burst out in tears. In some ways, Andrea's death destroyed me, but in other ways, it made me stronger in who I am today. I believe in moving forward.